Tom, hey, congratulations on your new film, Mafia Wars.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you seeing it.
I
Hopefully you
know
enjoyed it.
these type of movies are always a guilty pleasure for people to watch,
Mhm.
especially on late nights on Fridays. But we have to hear it from you. What drew you in that you want to be a part of Mafia Wars?
A big part, honestly, was Scott who wrote and directed it. We had a conversation. It was very important to him that we shot in Rome, which spoke to my heart in a sense, because he's like, I want to be there. I don't want to be shooting somewhere else, making it look like Rome. Um, and I was so having a character who's actually where he's supposed to be is was probably the first thing. And the second thing was I just love this character that he's trying to navigate every situation, every moment. And he doesn't know the outcome, but he's doing it for a good reason.
So, what was that experience in like, filming overseas for yourself? I mean, you because your character is almost like fish out of water, and you being there is like fish out of water in its own sense.
Very much so. The funny thing is in Rome, when you're a guy like me and you go to dinner by yourself, people think you're kind of weird because in Italy everybody goes in groups. And so I really felt that it's a very warm city, don't get me wrong, but I always felt like a fish out of water because I was there kind of alone. So I kind of use that a bit.
Now, tell us about acting alongside Cam, because I have to admit, his character is such a psychopath, and
Yeah.
yours is like the complete opposite.
Yeah. I will say, by the way, Cam is great and fantastic. And I never knew what he was going to do take to take in the best way. He was never the same in any take he ever did on any scene. And that worked for Terry as well because Terry's trying to like figure out how he's going to handle this guy. And like Cam came across as a very, as you said, psychopath. Like he was scary. He was a scary guy testing everybody.
Now, how did you handle stunts and fight sequences in an action film like this?
Those are my favorite parts, to be honest. Like I'm an action film junkie. Like I watch everything. It sounds like you do too. Like I watch things that like I'll just like search for random action movies and watch them. So I like the physicality of it. I like the idea that the character has to, go through something physically to get to the end. Um, so I enjoy those days.
You know, you've done a lot of action in your career. Is there a secret to longevity of being an action star yourself?
Um, it's a good question. I think that early on in my career, when I was on Smallville, I realized that I needed to learn some more, and I ended up finding this wonderful instructor, and we did like I wanted to do boxing, and we started boxing, but I grew up playing soccer, and we were boxing, we were going, trying to learn how to throw punches for camera. And then at one point, I think I tried to kick him, and he goes, "Okay, now we're kickboxing." And so I went through a couple years of training for kickboxing and wrestling and this and that. And you learn mostly for camera, but the physicality of how you turn and move and how it works. Like I'm doing it right now. Like I just love those. I love the ballet of it all, in a sense. It's a
So
dance.
at this point of your career, how do you choose projects?
Anything that shoots in Rome. No, I'm kidding. But I do like exotic locations. I like characters that are moving through for a purpose. Um, but at the same time, I'd love to do like a comedy in Hawaii. Like that'd be fun. You know, I think that I'm thinking more about things that my kids might want to watch. Like we're big into King Kong and Godzilla right now. And I sent my agent a note yesterday. I'm like, is there another movie coming out with King Kong and Godzilla? I'd like to be in it. So it's like little things like that, to keep your interest. Yeah.
Well, Tom, appreciate you carrying this conversation with us for Mafia Wars. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my friends, Michelle Fuchs, who has a shrine of you at her house. And
Oh,
if I don't have her, say hi to you,
thank you,
she'll
Michelle.
we really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Tom.
My pleasure. Thank you, sir.